What's up, CFM? This is Coach Matt with our Thursday workout. We're gonna do a benchmark today, and her name is Karen. So let's get into the warm-up. Let's go 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then we'll get 2 rounds through the following exercises. So some big arm circles, 30 seconds, so you can go about 15 seconds per arm. Don't spend too much time on it. Then we're gonna do a forward leg swing, so just standing in place, swinging that leg forward and reverse. And if you can, do this without that foot touching the floor. If you need to hold on to something, that is absolutely fine. Next one will be a 30-second squat stretch, right? You can use an object to squat to hold you in that good position, but 30 seconds, try to get low, good posture. I don't want to be kind of relaxed and flexed in this position. I'd like to be practicing my good squat bottom position for when we get into our wall ball shots. And then the last one is 30 seconds of banded good mornings. So I've got my band, one end around my neck, the other one is underneath my feet, and I'm just practicing an easy hip hinge. And again, 30 seconds for each of these, just moving at a steady pace, right? When you're done, right back to the second set. So there'll be a little bit of transition time on this, but only a few minutes of warm up on that general stuff. Next, we're gonna warm up our wall ball shots. And I wanna do this progressively, so you can go and first just do some wall ball front squats, wall ball thrusters, right? Just stretching it out a little bit. Blowing the dust off that movement, clearing out all the corners of the joints, making sure everything feels good before we go into some shots. And then we're gonna do some wall ball shots. And again, when we start, try to take the J hook of wherever you're working, click it around behind, just so there's nothing that you can hit that could send the ball flying. And then we can work on our wall ball shots, right? So all the way down in the front squat, up high, shoot and hit whichever target you are supposed to hit. You can obviously do these against the wall, but the goal here is enough hip extension and speed that you're able to hit that target repeatedly for high reps. So Karen is our benchmark today, and the way we'll do this is with your own ball, 3, 2, 1, go. We will say start the red clock, and it is just 150 reps of that wall ball movement as fast as you can do it. Try to be consistent with your reps. The same depth of the squat each time. A depth check of like a ball, another medicine ball, or a bench or a box can be very helpful for that. The same height of target every time. So I know a lot of times you start off hitting the middle of the target, and then eventually we drift down to the bottom of the target, and pretty soon we're just barely clipping that bottom corner there. So try to manage your energy, manage your rest in between sets, and you have to come up with whatever you want your rep interval to be. I do not recommend just trying to go until you hit failure repeatedly. That is the longest way to do it because it takes longer to recover once you have hit failure than if you intentionally hold back when you're like, say, 7 to 10 reps away from failure, right? These should be light and fast, but again, by the time you're getting into like the high or close to 100 reps, it is not going to feel light and fast. It's going to feel heavy and slow. So you got to make sure you're managing your rest, shaking fresh blood into your arms, taking deep breaths, resting appropriately, but not too long, right? A fantastic time on Karen is in the like 4 to 4.5 minute range. And what I would like to shoot for everyone is our median time is in that like 8 to 10 minute range. And don't sweat it if it takes a little bit longer because it's the first time you've done it, or you're trying it with a new heavier ball, or you're just really tired and you can't even finish 150 reps, right? The goal is to take you to a place of repetitive muscle failure over and over and over within the context of the same workout. And if that means we have to cut the reps to like 100 reps on your first time doing it, or we need to use like an 8-pound ball instead of a 14-pound ball, those are all things that are just fine. Karen is a high rep workout, right? Your legs and your triceps and your shoulders will be very sore if you just go out hard and hit it and just say like, no matter what, I'm doing 150 reps. So let's make smart decisions. Talk to your coach about this workout before you start it, and good luck on it. Make sure that you are recording your time and your any scaling methods that you use when you do the workout. When you're done with it, we have like a short accessory workout afterwards that you can take as much or as little of as you would like. Some Matador dips. So this is our Matador, and you can pop this guy in the rig using the pin right there. They only fit in one way, right? And then we can do our Matador dips. This can be done with a band or with tippy toe support. So if I know that I'm not gonna be able to push back out of the bottom, I can use a little bit of my toes to help support that, but try not to use too much, right? So 60 reps total. 24 reps of wall angels. So for the wall angels, we're going, putting your back hard to the wall, extending your arms straight up over your head, and always trying to squeeze those arms back towards the wall. This is a really good rotator cuff stability and strength exercise. Single leg knee taps, right? This is similar to a pistol, except for instead of having the leg out front, we have the leg behind and we're projecting our body back a little bit further. So what we like to do is, using assistance or without assistance, I'm trying to touch this knee to the ground and only this knee, just barely tap it to the ground and then stand back up. Okay, and I want to get 24 reps per leg of that single leg knee tap. This is a great one to do with like a band over the rig, because it'll still challenge your balance a little bit, but it will help you to do the movement if you can't do that single leg squat all on your own. Okay, next one is band row from the rig, right? So now I've got the band somewhere around belly button to sternum height, thumbs facing up, stepping back to get some good tension, and just rowing to my chest. Okay, and those are my accessory exercises for the day. And again, you may not feel like doing any of that after Karen, or you may feel like, oh, this is fantastic, I'll do it all, right? Either way, take it or leave it. That's kind of like our cash out for the day. And that's it for this week, and I'll see you guys on Friday.